Imagine a civilization that thrived over 4,000 years ago, a society so advanced that their cities rivaled those of ancient Rome. Yet they vanished without a trace, leaving behind a puzzle that has baffled historians for a century. What if I told you they had the world's first planned cities, complete with sophisticated plumbing and sewage systems, long before anyone else? Welcome to Bizarre Bureau, and today, we're unearthing the secrets of the Indus Valley civilization, the lost engineers of the East. In the 1920s, deep in what is now Pakistan and northwest India, archaeologists stumbled upon something extraordinary. Not a king's tomb, not a massive temple, but the ruins of sprawling, meticulously planned cities. This was our first glimpse into the world of the Indus Valley, or Harappan civilization, a powerhouse of the Bronze Age, contemporary with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Yet, unlike them, we know so little. Why? Because we can't read their writing. Their intricate script, found on thousands of small stone seals, remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Let's walk through the streets of one of their largest cities, Mohenjo-Daro. Forget the chaotic, winding alleys you might imagine from the ancient world. This was a grid. Perfectly straight main streets, some over 30 feet wide, crossed by smaller lanes at perfect right angles. The city was divided into two main parts, a fortified citadel on a raised mound and a lower town where the majority of people lived. This level of urban planning is mind-boggling for 2500 BCE. It suggests a powerful central authority that could organize and execute such a massive, unified project across hundreds of miles. The houses themselves tell a story of comfort and ingenuity. Built from uniform, baked bricks, a testament to their mass production capabilities, most homes were organized around a central courtyard. But here is the truly astonishing part. Almost every single house had its own private bathroom and a connection to a citywide drainage system. Tile bathrooms with drains that led from the house and the covered sewers running beneath the main streets. These weren't just open ditches. They were sophisticated, covered channels with manholes for maintenance. Think about it. London and Paris wouldn't have comparable public sanitation systems for another 4,000 years. These weren't just builders. They were public health engineers. Beyond the cities, their engineering prowess continued. At the site of Lothal, archaeologists discovered what appears to be the world's earliest known dock. A massive brick-lined basin connected to an ancient course of the Sabarmati River, complete with a lock gate system to manage the flow of water and accommodate ships during high tide. This wasn't a small fishing village. This was a major maritime trading hub. Indus seals and artifacts have been found as far away as Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, proving they were part of a vast international trade network, exchanging goods like cotton, timber, and precious stones. They were global traders in a world we barely recognize. But who were these people? What did they believe? This is where the mystery deepens. Unlike Egypt with its pharaohs or Mesopotamia with its god-kings, the Indus Valley has given us no grand palaces, no monumental royal tombs, no large-scale temples. Their public structures are functional. Granaries to store food, public baths, and assembly halls. The famous Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro is a watertight, brick-lined pool, possibly used for ritual purification. But its exact purpose is still debated. The lack of lavish royal displays suggests a more egalitarian society, perhaps governed by a council of priests, merchants, or elders, rather than a single absolute ruler. Their art reinforces this enigmatic quality. Instead of grand statues of kings, we find small, exquisitely crafted artifacts. The famous priest-king statue, a small steatite figure with a serene expression, gives us a hint of their leadership. The dancing girl, a bronze statuette full of life and movement, captures a moment of cultural expression. And then there are the seals. Thousands of them, carved from stone, usually depicting animals like bulls, rhinoceroses, and elephants, alongside that undeciphered script. Were these company logos for trade? Amulets for protection? Or personal identifiers, like an ancient form of ID card? Each seal is a tiny, tantalizing clue to a language we cannot understand. So, What happened to this incredible civilization? Around 1900 BCE, after centuries of prosperity, the cities began to decline. The once perfectly planned streets fell into disrepair. Houses were cruelly divided, and the quality of construction plummeted. By 1700 BCE, the great cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were largely abandoned. For decades, the popular theory was a violent invasion, possibly by Aryan tribes from the north. But archaeological evidence for a large-scale massacre is thin. There are no layers of ash from a citywide fire, no fields of skeletons with battle wounds. The modern consensus points to a more insidious culprit: climate change. The Indus Valley civilization was built on the fertile floodplains of the Indus River and its tributaries, including the now-lost Ghaggar-Hakra River. Scientists believe that shifts in monsoon patterns over several centuries gradually dried up this vital river system. The rains became less predictable. Agriculture, the backbone of their society, began to fail. Without a reliable food surplus, the large, dense populations of the cities could no longer be supported. People didn't vanish in a cataclysm. They slowly dispersed, moving eastward and southward into smaller villages, their urban way of life and centralized authority crumbling away. The great engineers of the East weren't conquered by an army. They were defeated by the environment. The legacy of the Indus Valley isn't written in grand histories, but it lives on. Some scholars suggest that elements of their culture, their religious symbols, and even some practices were absorbed into later Indian cultures. That figures see it in a yoga-like pose on some seals. Could it be an early depiction of a proto-Shiva? Are the ritual bathing practices echoes of the Great Bath? The connections are debated, but the possibility that the roots of modern Indian civilization stretch back to these mysterious engineers is a powerful one. The Indus Valley civilization remains a profound lesson in history. It shows us that advancement isn't just about pyramids and palaces. It's about public health, urban planning, and trade. It reminds us that even the most sophisticated societies can be fragile, vulnerable to forces beyond their control. They are the silent giants of the ancient world, a testament to human ingenuity lost to time, their script a final unopened letter from the past, waiting for the day we can finally read their story in their own words. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the past here at Bizarre Bureau. If you found this mystery as fascinating as we do, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the world's most baffling enigmas. Let us know in the comments what you think happened to the lost engineers of the East. Until next time, stay curious.